recording. So today I want to talk to you guys about Summit. Does anybody here already have a ticket to Summit this year? Yay! Okay, so, and I know Greg was thinking about possibly signing up too. And Lisa and Abby, I hope you guys definitely make it a priority to be there, because it's honestly just like a big party. It's so much fun. You get to hang out with your coaches. You get to learn from, top coaches that are like, making 6-7 figures in this business. They're, 15-star diamond coaches. And it is just so inspiring to be around people that you kind of look at, you see Melanie Mitro and you kind of think of her as like, oh my gosh, like she's famous, maybe like Beachbody famous. And it's just a ton of fun. And it really, really, it's such an awesome event that corporate puts on for us and celebrates us. Last year, we were a 2-time elite team. But when we were there, we didn't know, that we were going to be elite last time. But what they had was a picture. They had a big, huge picture of all the elite coaches, and it was like Andy Warhol style. And it's freaking huge. And I have like purple hair in it because they like tinted everything. And then they sent it to us, and I don't know what to do with this picture. It's so freaking big, but it was so cool though, because you kind of walk down a red carpet and then you see all of the elite coaches like hanging up. So it was really cool. And then they have celebrations at night. So they've got an opening ceremony where they talk about, new programs that are going to be released at Summit. And then they also talk about new things that are going to be released in the next coming months. So it's kind of like you get to be there first and figure out what is coming, what's new. And, you really get to hear a lot of top tips from really successful coaches. Another thing they do is they do parties every night to celebrate you. Or, there was one last year for the leadership ladder. There was one last year for, Success Club. It was like a Billy Joel concert, and it was a lot of fun. So or was it Billy Joel? Now I forget. Molly, you were there. Who was it last year? I was super pregnant and I was super pregnant and super tired, and I got the ticket for it, but I was like, I'm not going. I had every intention of going, but we probably went to bed that night at like 8:00. So it was a ton of fun, and we were in Nashville the last 2 years, and now it's going to be in New Orleans this year. So Matt is a huge Saints fan, and so everything is going to be at the Superdome, and so there's a ton of room. There's going to be I got to be an Airbnb for myself, my sister Melissa, and Daniel Rhodes, and then our husbands are coming too. So you can always look at Airbnbs if you don't have a hotel. You do have to cancel your hotel by tomorrow, or else you'll get charged. So if you have any hotels under your name and you're not planning on using them, I believe they charge one night fee tomorrow. So whatever it is. So I actually have to call tonight. Has anybody called already? I have to ask Danielle Rhodes what number she called. I have to figure that out, because I have to call tonight and cancel, because I think I have like 2 or 3.
You want me to type it in the chat?
That would be fabulous. Thank you. Did you have to call to cancel any of yours? Okay. And things will open up. And so even if you're, not finding, you don't have anything right now, don't freak out. We have plenty of time. We'll find something. So, all right. So let me try to think of, I
have 2 rooms booked right now through Expedia. So
there you go.
Whatever.
Yeah, because I think a lot of them through that website, I think the cheapest one was like $200 a night. They were all pretty pricey. So, if you're, Heather, if you're talking, I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. No. That is so strange. Heather, your computer's broken. Oh, you can type in the chat. Okay, so the other thing is we all got an email, and so in May we will have to pick our tracks, and so they can't just have everybody all in one room. That wouldn't happen. There was like over 20,000 of us last time. So it's a huge, huge, huge Beachbody get together. So we do a super Saturday, or a super workout on Saturday, and we do it outdoors, and we literally like closed Nashville down, and I have to show you the aerial view of people working out. It was crazy. There was so many people out there, and you get to work out live with, you get to pick a workout that you're going to do live with, one of the celebrity trainers, whether it be, Shalene, Shanti, Autumn, Tony Horton. I believe the Shift Shop will be there too. I'm trying to think of, is his name Joe Downing? Is it Joe? Or Heather, I can't hear you. I can't read lips either. It's something. Chris Downing? Chris Downing. Okay. Yeah. So, and actually I have a recording. Team Boom actually had him on their team call tonight. So I'll have that recording to share with you. He's got such a great story. I shared a couple videos in our team page. One was about his story, one was about the workout, and then one the Shift Shop, and then one was about the UV2, which for some reason they made UV2 look incredibly corny. It's so corny, the trailer. I'm like, I'm not sending this to anybody because they'd be like, no. But I think it's going to be really great. My mom is 58 and she loves that kind of workout. That's like the high-low aerobics was classic, like that and step was her jam growing up. So, or, it's in her probably 20s, 30s when she was exercising. That's what she was doing. Before 21 Day Fix, my mom was seriously still doing her VHS, sweating into the oldies and sweating in the kitchen with Richard Simmons. So my mom is like seriously really excited about this. So if you have anybody, I would say like 50s, 60s, this is like seriously perfect for them, because it's going to be something that they're familiar with. I don't think it's going to be, I'm hoping it's not going to be as cheesy as the actual trailer was, the actual workouts. But if you guys have ever done Brazil butt lift, it's, what's his name? Alejandro? No. Is it Alejandro? Okay. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry. So he's the Brazil butt lift guy, and he's always like talking about boom, boom. And he's so silly. So, and if you ever complete the Brazil butt lift and send in your results, you get a pair of shorts that says boom, boom on the butt. So that's like motivation right there to do it. Greg, make sure you send in your results. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up. Okay. So yeah, so we are going to, my mom loved Denise Austin. Yes. So I really think like it'll really, 50s, 60s, that range. I really think that that's like their classic, kind of similar to if somebody loves step aerobics or just regular high-low aerobics. I remember I had to teach taught those kind of classes for like 10 years and I hated it. I loved my boot camp or work lifting, but when it just flows into another move, I like stutter in normal talking. So when I have to like cue for that, that was just not my thing, but there are people out there that will love it. So yeah, so you'll get to work out live with them. There's also always chances for photo ops. If you hit Success Club 5 in April and May, but yes, you have to have 10 altogether, but you have to hit Success Club both months. Then you get asked to join the Success Club celebration. And so last year it was a concert. I'm not sure what it'll be this year, but there's a ton of really fun stuff. They also are doing something brand new this year, that the seminars are, you pick your track and then you basically, based off your, you'll get a wristband. So you can't like, oh, I'm going to pick this track, but I'm going to go in there. They're very strict on it. They are going to check your wristband. They're going to make sure you're in the right hall because they just left everybody in there. There wouldn't be enough seats for everybody. So I want to try to figure out as a team and try to get on the same page. Last year, what they did, they had a blue track and a silver track. Blue track, and then they had within that blue track, so say we chose blue track, they had a hall A, hall B, hall C, and they all had different speakers. So I would love to, even if we're not all in the same one, which ideally we would be, but if you have a coach that you are like, absolutely, I want to see this coach hands down, then, maybe you'll be on another track. But regardless, if they do it the same, if somebody, I would like us all to be blue track. And then you can pick within that if you want to do like A, B, or C, because what it is that way we will be at the general sessions together, because Silver Tracks general sessions were, say they were in the afternoon, and Blue Tracks general sessions were in the morning. So the general session, everybody in that track is together. It was at an arena last year, so we're all together, and then you can separate within the Hall A, Hall B, and Hall C. But I want to make sure that we are all at least in general sessions together. So I will talk more about that. I'm going to take a look at the tracks and decide. I've been seeing some coaches post that are hosting, and I know I saw Nikki Whiting and Micah Folsom are hosting together. I love them. So I'm probably going to go and see what track they are and see. But I want to go through and look and see if there's any great coaches that I haven't really heard speak yet, because, you know, Melanie Mitro is awesome. Bonnie Engel is awesome. There's so many awesome coaches that are just so much value, but I've heard some of them speak before. So I kind of want to try to check in on some other coaches and get some other perspectives that I haven't seen before. They also are doing something brand new this year, and they are offering something, they're offering something for 2-star diamonds and above. And so it's drop her in. Matt's like the baby is like hovering right here with him. And so I really like that, because for seasoned coaches, Summit is awesome and it's a great experience. But a lot of it for me was just like repeat information that I already knew. And stop it. Look at the screen. Look at me. I can't take you. Sorry. Anyway, I don't even know what to say. Oh yeah. So I feel like they're awesome information, but for me, I mean, this is my 4th year as a coach. A lot of it is just, I've already have that system in place. I already have that knowledge. And honestly, I go so that I set a good example for my team. I could easily be at the pool or doing this, but I go because I want you guys to know how important it is to be at live events. Yes, I have heard this all before, but honestly, I pick up little tidbits in between there. Like, yeah, I run challenge groups. Yeah, I have a welcome email, but I still pick up little tidbits in there that are very valuable to my business. And also I get to hang out with my team. And I get to build relationships with you guys that I never get to hang out with. So, I very well could say, oh, I'm a veteran coach. I don't need to go to these seminars, but it's that positive atmosphere that gets your brain moving. And even if I'm like, oh, I already do that, I start thinking of these awesome ways that I can make my challenge group better. I start thinking of these awesome ways that I can simplify the onboarding process, so it really is just such a creative atmosphere that your brain just starts thinking about really cool things that you want to do. So I will suggest that you get a notebook, just a Summit notebook, or a notebook just for personal development and notes. So maybe every Monday you take your National Wake Up Call notes, and then, you take it to Summit with you. If you go to another event, you take it with you, because it's so valuable to have all of that in one place. So, and what I tell everyone to do is you have a couple, and Shalene Johnson taught me this. So save about like 10 pages in the beginning before you take any notes. So this is going to be where you jot down like great ideas or things for your should-do list or books that you want to look up or, things like that. So, and I do that in every single one of my notebooks too. And at the end of this call, I'm actually going to kind of talk about how I separate my notebooks, but definitely know that this is going to like recharge your batteries. It is going to fire you up. You are going to be surrounded by so many fun people. With our Airbnb, I am probably going to open it up a couple nights that you guys are welcome to come and do game night. I was thinking of like doing kind of like a family game night and, just have some drinks and and just hanging out at home and having fun. Last year, that was my first Beachbody program. Boom, boom. Yes. And I want to do like, oh my gosh, what is that one game? Cards Against Humanity. That one is so fun. So I am flying, so I'll probably just maybe save some room and and tuck that away. But if you guys have any games that you want to bring, feel free to, or suggestions. I just honestly think that would be so fun. I don't want to go and hang out. Like, I think maybe one night I'll go and do Bourbon Street or something with Matt. But like, for me, like, I'm just like, I know I'm not going to want to be at a packed, busy bar. That's Nashville. It was like so hot. You could barely like move. It was just kind of like, I want to go out for the experience, but sometimes when it's too busy, I'm a homebody. Like, I just want to be home. So if you guys want to go out and party, you know, there's so much to do. Bourbon Street is crazy. It's literally like, you know, Mardi Gras, every time they show pictures, it's crazy, but I literally think every time it's always crazy. So if you like the nightlife, it's there. If you want to be a homebody and drink some wine at home and play some games, we can do that too. So I'm really excited for that. But basically you just in bed by 8 p.m. Yes, you're my people. You know, I do love my wine, but I like quiet. So, what else do I need to touch on? This was so scatterbrained because I was going to outline everything I wanted to talk about, but I kind of forgot. I don't know. I just think it's like literally this is our biggest event of the year, and you just have to get your butt there because it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be so fun to get to see the people that you see constantly on a computer screen. And I just got to meet Heather for the first time this weekend, and it's so funny. You like forget that you never met this person, but you feel like you have because you talk to them all the time. So I'm definitely going to kind of open our house up for like a big get together because I want to be able to, you know, kind of get to know each other and bond as a team finally. So basically it's going to be fun. You can earn your ticket as new coaches. So that's why I'm really big into not having people sign up as discount coaches. I have them sign up as a customer with all access. They're going to get 10% off, and I don't have them sign up as a coach until they're ready to work because I want them to get their success starter ticket. Let's see who on this call. Molly and Heather both had a success starter ticket when they were new coaches. Yay! So they got a free ticket to Summit. When we purchased our tickets for this year, last year when we were at Summit, it was $125. And now, here, I can hold her. I'm almost done. Now I'm not sure what the price is. Is it $175, $195? I'm not sure. But they're not sold out. I know that. So, and I know Marla and Katie both have tickets that I think are $175 that are transferable if anybody wants to. So, they're $199 right now. Okay. So yeah. If you still need one and you want to get a discounted one, I think we still have 2 other teammates that have those available. But I just can't wait. It's going to be so much fun, and I look forward to it every year because it's like, oh, I get to meet all of my teammates. So what questions do you guys have about Summit? Not far. Okay. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Check. Yes, Greg, get it. Also, if anybody needs roommates or anything like that, let us know. I think, like, honestly, if anybody still needs something, I would say just get a big B&B and make sure you have people to, you know, fill that space. But I think that's kind of like the way to go especially if you're worried about money or anything like that, or just try to fit as many of you into a hotel as you can. But make sure you check and see, because last year, how do I get Lisa there? She can still buy tickets. Tickets are still on sale. Yay, Erica! Wait, where did she go? Oh, now it says Erica's iPhone. You fixed it. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a great time to kind of really see what Beachbody is all about. You get to meet, you know, the CEO, you get to see, you know, Jeff Hill, Michael Neiman and their goofy selves, and, you know, just kind of get to see the top coach. And, you know, it's just really cool to watch people that have worked their butt off in this business walk across the stage in the Million Club. Like, they've made over $1 million in this business. And it's just really eye-opening what this business can do. And then you also, this is huge. So they announced all these new things that are coming out, and they announced the winner of the Beachbody Champions, the grand prize winner that wins $100,000 for their weight loss journey. And I can't tell you, they all had me like in tears. I was so emotional how cool it was seeing these people lose like over 100 pounds, like absolutely changing their life. And then they won $100,000 for literally bettering their life. So that's honestly probably one of my favorite things at Summit, besides getting to see my team, is watching somebody get a huge $100,000 check for bettering their life. Like, that gives me chills just thinking about it, that's what we do in our business. The other really cool thing, and why you always want your coaches and customers to submit their results, is when they get money, you get money. So Molly's mom won, Nancy, I just saw that you said Nancy cheats too. Nancy won $1,000 for her transformation. And Molly, didn't you get 500? So yeah, I mean, you have to really, I put that in my new client email, and I send an email about a video about how to take their measurements and photos, because I want them to put that in. I want them to get that free t-shirt. I want them to get, have their chance of winning. Beachbody gives away $500 every day. Why the heck would somebody not turn in their results? So I want you to really, really focus on, did you get your before photos taken? Because I'm not gonna let you do this until you take your before photos. I know you don't want to. I won't share them with anybody. I want you to email them to me, because also what I've had happen is people, my phone died, or my son dropped it in the toilet, or this or that. So I always have them email it to me. I don't care. I'm not going to use it for anything, but I want you to have a hard copy of it somewhere else other than your phone. So be very mindful of that with new clients and coaches, and really talk that up, because dude, that was such a selling point to me. I can submit my results every month and get a free shirt. I love free stuff. I have a chance to win $500. I love money, so definitely talk that up too. And then if you guys don't have any other questions for Summit particularly, I wanted to kind of talk about what I do for tracking, because I went over this today on our new coach call, and it was just Greg and I totally forgot to record it. So I wanted to touch base today and talk about that. So does anybody have a planner? Show of hands who uses a planner to track their business. Okay, so if you don't have a planner, write in the chat what you use. Okay, Molly uses Streak. Streak is awesome. It's through Gmail, and it's totally free. Okay, Heather uses her tracker sheets, her Power Hour tracking sheets, which those are awesome too. I was talking about today, I actually, for Summit last year, I had got them bound, all of those sheets, and I got a bunch of them bound at like Staples or Office Max, and I think it was like, I want to say like $7 a book or something. It wasn't very much money. So you could also do that, get them bound, and then have them all in one place. Pen and paper. Okay, cool. So I love this planner. What is it? MBK, M as in man, B as in boy, K as in kid, MBK planners. There's 1,000,001 planners. I also love Tools for Wisdom off Amazon. I used that last time. But I just purchased this. And why I love this is, can I set you down? Can you let me? Please let me. Oh, wait. If I show you the computer, you might be okay. Okay. All right. So, what I love about this is in the beginning of the month, so there's plenty of like notes. So this is the beginning of March. There's plenty of notes. And then March at a glance, it's got goals, birthdays, events, and don't forget. And then it's got a to-do list, which I love. And then my to-do is like, I'll have one side for personal, one side for business that I want to get done for the month. And then you can actually personalize it. Then there's a month calendar, the whole month, and then there's weekly. So what I love about this, okay. Just kidding. I'll take you back. Okay. So what I love about this is there's 5 categories. There's 2 things over here that I usually write like my to-do list for the week. And then this first one says, I got it customized. So it says, hey girls, invite follow-up, calls, and meals and workout. So that's personally for me, that's what I wanted. And so I go through and I track those there. I love just going, these are my Hey Girls, these are my invites, these are my follow-ups, these are what calls I have today, and these are what meals and workouts I have. So that, and you can get it anything, you can get it customized to anything. I think it was about $30. And I also love, I got it customized in the beginning, in the front. So it says April McDonald, beautifully made health and fitness coaching. So I really like this. I just found this gem. My sister was using it. My sister's a doula, and you can also do things like, I think for $5 extra, I got like over 30 pages of notes in the back too. So I have blank pages back there so that I can write all my stuff back there. I could technically take my book, this book, and move it back there, but it's gold and sparkly, so I love it. So I have it. That's why I added the extra note so I could swap this. But this is what I do. So I want to show you guys what my handy dandy notebook and what I do. So I bought these little tabs. You can see like the tabs. They're just Post-its basically, so that I can separate. So the first one says should do list and great ideas. And so I saved like 10 pages there, and that's something like should do list, like listen to Melanie Mitro's new Coach University team calls that she hosts and take notes. Create events for the month, things like that. I love having that as like a big thing that you need to do, but it isn't something you need to get done right now, like right today, but then you can break it down into smaller tasks. The next thing I do is group info. And then I've got my Shaco group. I've got my 5-day ab group. I've got anybody that filled out for that free Shakeology that never got it. And then I write down all of my challenge groups and all of my free groups, and I wrote them down for the rest of the year. So I know that, and I don't have the challenge group names yet, but that's kind of my goal of things to do this next couple days is actually create the challenge group names for all of my groups for the next coming months. So I know exactly what they're going to be called so I can promote them. And then I did my free group. So in May, my 5-day group is going to be a clean eating group. In June, my 5-day group is going to be free clean cheats. So clean cheats in my free group. And July is going to be cookout holiday tips, because I like to do things that are applicable to the season. In August, I have lunch packing tips. Kids are going back to school. I get asked all the time by healthy things to pack in their lunch for people that work. And then September, I've got clean eating again. And then October, I've got clean eating Halloween survival edition. And November, I have Fixate approved Thanksgiving ideas. And December is holiday clean eating boot camp. So I know what all of my free groups are, and I'm going to go through and create all my challenge group names so that I can easily promote that and make my marketing plan and things even ahead of time. And then the next section I have is coach prospects. And anytime I invite somebody to coaching, I can add their name, their Facebook name if it's different, and their email. So I can write it all down here. I have been using Streak over this just because I feel like it's easier to put it into Streak. But when I'm on the go, I put it in here and then I update Streak later. This is my favorite section. It's called Brain Dump. And I just write everything I need to do, whether it's, okay, so I'm just going to read, it's anything. And I love it because I do this at night or anytime I'm stressed about all the things I have to do. And I just write out everything. It doesn't matter if it's business, it doesn't matter if it's personal. I write out everything so that I can just get it off my head and I don't have to stress. So order bigger bubble envelopes, plan posts all month, Facebook boost posts boost posts, do features on IG, buy Spencer's Facebook ad training, check in with meal prep group, share Brooke Lipoff's post from the wall, check Vimify daily, literally like everything I have to do. Send shake sample to the following people that, won prizes, these kind of things. So I am going through and doing all of that. so that I can then just go through and check them off. And it feels good to check stuff off. It doesn't matter if it's like, you know, pay rent. I'm going to put it in here. You know, I'm going to put everything in here so that it's all in one place. So I love that. Shalene Johnson says, get like, you know, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be just a notebook you found around your house, and you can put it right on your bathroom sink. And then, you know, every morning when you wake up, write down everything. Da, 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 da. Oh, I need to do this. I put it next to my bed. This is next to my bed, and I have a pen. And as I think of something, I just jot it down there, because honestly, I am a very anxious person. Anybody else have anxiety here? I have a lot of anxiety. So when I think of things, that I need to do, then I stress. Not only do I stress because I need to do them, then I stress that I'm going to forget to do them, because, you know, you guys know me, I forget everything. So this is for me. I have to write everything down. So I keep this in a pen by my bed. And as I think of something, I jot it down. And for me, that is like, it's just like almost like stress relieving, because okay, it's out there, and then I'll get to it and I'll check it all off. So I just think the brain dump is such a great idea. I think if you don't do it at night, do it first thing in the morning, make it a habit that you do this, and that you just kind of set your intentions for the day, and you have clarity in what you need to do. Ava says, me too. And then the last thing I have, the last section, is personal development and notes. And so every National Wake Up Call, I take notes here. If I'm doing, you know, a training like tonight, I wrote Summit. That's as far as I got for taking notes for this call, but I was going to go through and do that. I'm the anxiety queen. Yes, I know. And it's so funny, because I never realized I had anxiety. I know I did all of growing up, but I never knew I had anxiety until I was in my 20s. I just thought that was normal. It's crazy. And so anybody that does, you know, deal with anxiety, I challenge you to make a post about that this week, because you have no idea. Yes, I know. Hey, Maddie, can you bring the bottle? You have no idea how many people suffer from that. If yours is PCOS, if it's ADHD, you know, whatever it is, talk about it. Instead of it being like some taboo thing, I say talk about it, so you can find your tribe. You can find people that know exactly, you know, what you're going through. And I just think that is so powerful. I shared Becca Robinson. She has Hashimoto's, which, you know, it's causes her to bloat extreme. Like she looked awesome, and then a couple days later, she literally, like, you can see, like, everything is bloated, and it's so hard for somebody to deal with, especially as that lives a healthy lifestyle. And she made an awesome post about that, and I shared that in our team page, because I just think it's so important to get your story out there, no matter what it is. So I challenge you all to share your story, you know, parts of your story tomorrow, and kind of, you know, let people know. So this is kind of how you want to word that post. This is what I went through. Here's what I've found, and here's why you should keep going, kind of thing. You know, you kind of want to make sure that you're helping people through it and inspiring them, not just like going on and on about how you have anxiety and how it sucks so bad and anxiety is the devil at the end. Like, that's not the post I want you to make. I want you to talk about it, talk how you've dealt with it, how it's affected you, and then leave an inspiring, you know, motivational piece at the end that's going to let people know, like, and if you're going through this, like, you're not alone. So that's kind of what I'm doing a lot right now with my postpartum stuff, because you know, I talked about my postpartum depression a lot. I went through, and, you know, I talk about the struggles of, you know, not bouncing back like, you know, I thought I would, you know, from pregnancy and things like that. And I can't tell you how many messages I've got that people say, thank you so much for being so open and honest about your journey. It makes me feel like I'm not alone. And for me, like, that is why I do what I do. I put myself out there, and people make fun of me for being the selfie queen. People, you know, make fun of me for putting my whole life on Facebook. But for those messages, that's why I do it. So that people can tell me, you know, thank you. because you put yourself out there, I feel a little more normal, or it makes me feel good that I can come to your page when I'm feeling down, and I know that something you post will hit me right in the feels, you know. And I just can't tell you enough how important that is to be that person for somebody. It's not about the paycheck. It's about inspiring somebody to keep going. It's about letting people know that they're not alone. And it's just about, you know, it's not about, you know, the money you make. It's about the way you make people feel. And that's what people remember. And when you make people feel great, they're going to say, you know, follow my friend Heather. She's so awesome. She's so inspirational. I love her posts. You know, you should add her as a friend, or you should follow her on Instagram, or you should follow her on Facebook. And that's what people do. And that's where I find a lot of people is mutual friends. So, you know, just be the light to, you know, people that are following you, because they need that dose of positivity. Mona, you're alive. Hi. Mona does power hours every morning at 7 a.m. with Greg and Melissa, and I started it. I said, let's do power hours at 7 a.m. And now they do it, and I sleep right through it. But I need to change that time. 7 a.m. is not working for me. So, but yeah, so what I want you guys to, actually, I'm gonna make you tell me. So, Molly, I'm gonna make you tell me first. What are you going to talk about? What part of your story are you going to share this week? Now you have to tell me.
I feel like I just shared today, so I have to think of something else. I just shared about my debt today, my student debt.
I saw that.
I will share. Come back to me.
Abby. Unmute yourself.
I recently had a second round of allergy testing for all of my GI disease issues. But the problem is, since I haven't had all of the food testing done, I'm still eating stuff that's causing me problems. So they put me on a new medication. But how do you talk about poop in a graceful way? So that's why I haven't really shared, because the medication made me go from like one extreme to the other.
I mean, you can literally, I mean, how many people talk about like, oh, my kid pooped on the potty? If they can talk about that, I mean, you'll be fine. But
True.
This is what you can kind of say, like, this might be TMI, and I wouldn't like say like I had massive diarrhea or anything, you know, but I love that Jax thinks that's funny. Yeah, it's so funny, Jax. But you can just be like, not to be TMI, but my, you know, digestion was a little crazy. You know, you could just say like my belly, and then like you can even do like the poop emoji to make people laugh. You know what I mean? Like, right. I just think if you're lighthearted about it, that people will get it. I mean, everybody poops, whatever. Right. You know, and just kind of putting it out there, and people will kind of really appreciate that as you being real. And as soon as you realize like you don't need to be embarrassed about it and you need to share it, people are going to love you for it. They're going to laugh at your poop emoji, and they're, you know, they're going to be, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this, girl. I'm thinking about you. So yeah, I think the best thing you can do is put it out there, because you want people in your corner. And when you are that positive, motivating person, they also want to come back and cheer you on, because you are cheering everybody else on. So when you are going through something, people come out of the woodwork to, you know, kind of say, Abby, you've got this, girl. I'm thinking of you. So, okay, Lisa. Yeah, type it out. So yeah, but keep me posted, Abby. I'm so sorry you're going through that. I hope you get some answers soon. Let's see. Rachel.
I mean, I could probably share about my eating disorder. I have like a real hard time with it. I posted like the first time about it like 6 months ago, and I was like, it felt so good to like get it off my chest, and now I never post about it.
There's so many new followers since 6 months ago. You got to do it.
I know. So I'll probably do that
once a month. something about it.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Okay.
I think that would be so powerful because that's my story, and I get so many people that, you know, kind of say thank you for sharing your story. And actually, I have not shared my story in a long time either, so I'm going to do that tomorrow too.
Okay.
Good. Mona, what part of your story?
I don't know. Maybe I was thinking, because I haven't really said anything about like not working. I have yet to say anything about that.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll post that up there, because it's been 2 months now since I stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I want to talk about, but I guess
Yeah.
it'll make it a little easier.
But it was perfect timing. That was when you signed up as a coach, like right about then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Or like maybe a week or two after, I think.
So thankful that you have that, at least to have some money to get by. So yeah, I definitely think that you should post about that, and also post about it, you know, as that you can also kind of say like the struggles and, you know, what you were feeling, what you were scared of, and, you know, that you have this, thankful that you have this coaching business that you can work while you're transitioning to find another full-time job or something like that. So I would definitely plug coaching in there too. Cool. Let's see. Oh, your 5-year-olds. I thought I didn't read the first line, Lisa, and I thought it was yours. Okay. I'm not going to read it out loud in case you have people listening, but oh my gosh, when was that? Oh, I can't even imagine that. Yeah, I definitely think that would be an amazing thing to share. Oh, that's so sad. How is he doing now? Talking about being an introvert. Yes, Molly, that's a good one. And I think that surprises people too, because I never thought you were an introvert. Oh, good, Lisa. I'm glad to hear that. I never thought you were an introvert, like just from seeing you like on Facebook. And then when I first met you in person, I was like, oh, she is. Like, you know, you just have this big personality, and then you're like quiet and like reserved when like people meet you. But there's also a fun Molly that side that you can get out to. But it's so funny that you've got this like big personality, and then you're like, oh, I like small groups. So Heather, what about you? Oh, hold on. Erica, you're next, so you can think about it. Rachel, Heather, no one can hear you. There.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I was, debating between my eating issues. Something had come up lately. It was like the craziest thing. Like I have to be careful kind of what I'm talking about, specifics here. But I've been good for so many years, you know, with that disorder. But just 2 weeks ago, we went out and I ate a whole lot. And normally, like that, that like switched on. Like I haven't felt that way in so long, but it like triggered, like being full, like triggered that to me. And I was like, oh, I'll just go home and. And then I was like, it's just crazy to me that thought popped in my mind, you know, that after all these years, it was still there.
Right. And I think that, you know, you can be very candid and talk about that and be like, thank goodness that, you know, I'm stronger than the demons in my head, even if they're still there after, you know, so long of focusing on me, you know, and just kind of talk. Oh my goodness, Maddie, we need a bottle. But yeah, I think that would really, I need a bottle, hit home with a lot of people, because it is so mental. It doesn't go away. Like even when you're not doing it doesn't go away. It took me years for that to go away.
Yeah, I haven't felt that way in a really, really long time. It was just crazy to me. That was like my like instinct. Like that was like ingrained in me. That was my first thought. That.
Yeah. So I think that would be a good post. Okay, Erica.
She's gonna type it, she said, because she's at her son's baseball practice and this is her first time using Zoom.
Okay. Yeah. So probably don't tell your deep dark secrets to your son.
Yeah.
We just got back from T-ball. Matt coaches our niece Peyton. They are so freaking cute. It's the cutest thing ever.
That's awesome.
Greg says, I'll post about feeling trapped in my own body. Awkward fat suit. You're ridiculous. I think that would also really connect with a lot of people, though. Just kind of, I know you've said before, just kind of like that you've always felt like you were the bigger kid and things like that. I think that would be a great message to share. I want to talk about being a coach and how Rachel has helped me get back to being me. Okay, yeah, I would.
She hasn't posted her new coach post yet. She's like brand new.
Okay, well, you don't need to post that this week. Talk to Rachel. Maybe next week that can be your homework.
Yeah,
I'm gonna work with you and get your new coach post first. But I'm so proud of you for popping on when you just signed up. That is so cool. So yeah, so since you're here, your goal is to get that free summit ticket, and your goal will be, your ticket will be for 2018, because anybody that signs up now is their tickets for 2018. So, but you can still purchase the one for this year if you want. But yeah, definitely get your new coach posted first before you do anything else. So, okay, does anybody, and what I would suggest for you guys to do is write it up and include a picture of yourself. I always like to do not like a picture from then and a picture from now, and kind of talking about how you've grown and how you've, moved forward, if possible. If not, then it do some type of picture of you. But if you want to post in our team page and kind of run it by us, feel free to do that, and we can, tag your upline coach, and we'll go through that and give you some tips and pointers. But I don't want it to be a novel. I don't want it to be so much. That's why I told you guys to pick one thing, because a lot of people have, are you just like throwing up and eating it? What's happening here? Okay. A lot of people have so much stuff. We all have so much stuff that we could talk about that's gone wrong in our life, that's happened. But if you wrote all of that out and somebody was sitting there, they'd be like, what? So you don't want to scare people away by putting it all out there at once. So you pick one part of your story and you share that. So I just wanted to, and make sure that, I like to start it with a question to kind of get people's interest. So say, I was saying, have you ever looked in your closet and just felt like you didn't want to put anything on because nothing in there made you feel comfortable in your skin, or something like that. If it's applicable, that you can kind of ask a question to get somebody's interest, so they can be like, yes, that's me. And then they want to keep reading. So post those up in our team page and tag your coach, so we can kind of give you some pointers on that. And see, tomorrow is Thursday. So at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, we have our live What is a Challenge group event. So you can feel free to invite anybody that's on the fence about that. I'm just going to do it myself. I'm just going to go live myself and talk about what a challenge group is, what it means to be in a group, what the accountability means. I might share my screen, because I can go live now from my computer. So I'm going to check and see if I can share my screen, or if I'll play with that and see. But yeah, so that's tomorrow at 8:30. Feel free to invite anybody. I'm probably just going to talk for 15 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet so that people can hop on and see, and basically tell them what they get, what it is, what they can expect, and how much it is, and how to get started, kind of thing. So does anybody have any questions about anything else at all? Jax, what's your question? What would you like to know? Okay, well, does anybody have a time that you power hour that you may want to see if anybody else power hours at that same time? Because we have 7 o'clock, that some people do, but if anybody else wants to do another time, you could always see if there is, oh my goodness, I don't know what you want. Actually, you can always see if there's other people that are up for another time. 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30. What time do you guys do it? 5. They're crazy. Rachel and Heather do it at 5 a.m. So if you want to be crazy like them, 4. Oh, it's 4 o'clock Heather's time. Oh my gosh.
It's 4:30 Heather's time, 5:30 our time.
Space Cadet. I can't even. Ryder's got to poop. Bye, Molly. So yeah, and if you have a time that you do it every day and you want to have a little company, you can always post in our team page, hey, we're about to power hour. Does anybody want to join? Kind of thing. And I'm about to upgrade my Zoom account so I can have like an unlimited amount of people. And we are going to have all of our teams together next week at 8:30 p.m. and starting every Thursday after that, you are going to have all of us together, and each diamond is going to take a turn in either hosting or finding a guest speaker. So instead of being like, April's calls on Thursday, my calls on Monday, then the National Wake Up calls on Monday. We don't have time for that. We're busy. We're going to put it all together, and we're going to be one big team. And don't you think it'd be so cool if you hop on a team call and there's like 20 people there versus like 2? Because sometimes, it's not a convenient time for somebody, or, they already listened to this team call, so they couldn't get on your team call, or, something like that. So I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be great. 8:30 p.m. I'm hoping is a little better than 7 o'clock for most people. So Thursdays 8:30 p.m. starting next week. So tomorrow is the event, and then after that every week. It's not every other week, it's every week. And then our live events are going to be the second Sunday of the month at 8:30 for What is a Challenge Group. This is all going to start next month. Well, the challenge group is tomorrow, but after next month it's going to be the second Sunday of the month at 8:30. And then the What is Coaching is going to be the 4th Sunday of this month. So
I was thinking, April, we could probably post something in the team page too, asking if anybody has any topics they want us to talk about. So then all of us can kind of pick one of those topics, and it might, alleviate some of the decision making on our part.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be great. I also posted in my upline, Kelly's. I don't know if you guys know Kelly Hanner, but she is my upline, and she's been traveling a lot, and so like her team page has been kind of quiet. So and I really separated myself from her team at first, and now I'm like, you know what, the more the merrier. Sharing is caring. So I opened it up to them too, that they can join us, and so I just think like the more positive people you can surround yourself with, the better. So I'm excited for this going forward. If Rachel or Heather, she's like losing it, so I gotta go. If Rachel or Heather, if you want to make a post about topics, maybe
I'll make a post.
Post it with a quick word swag.
Okay.
So people answer. So, all right, we gotta go. We're having a meltdown. Say bye. Ooh, look at all these people. Ooh. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for hopping on. Bye.